It seems like we have attracted quite a crowd. Wow, people got interested in literature. I notice I'm slightly anxious as I step up and stand next to Sayori. I throw a quick look at her face and see a nervous yet gentle smile. The whole room is silent, with the exception of a few whispers from the audience. Before long, Monica's voice breaks the silence. Okay, everyone, it's time to read poems. Let's start by having the members of our literature club read their wonderful selections first. She turns to Sayori. Oh, she's going to be first. If you wouldn't mind, could you go first, Sayori? Right. I'll try my best. Give a warm applause to the vice president of our club. There was no applause, okay? I had to do my own. As soon as the applause ends, Sayori steps up to the podium and reads her poem aloud. It looks like she's in the back of a classroom. Not even on a poem or podium. The poem she chooses is one that I've never read before. Please don't start reading it out of my head. Please don't. Please. Please don't. Oh, God. Oh, okay, it's not. Okay, since we never read this, we might as well read it. White Lily? Is that what it is? Someplace far away in a wasteland where no man has gone before. In a land where rain and suns conflict lies at the core. In a land ruled by the rainbows, a single white lily grows. I think that says lily. Can't tell because of script. Selfishly dreaming to spread joy, even if it meant her devastation, a small price to pay. When the Mr. Sun visits her, she opens her petals and smiles at the cheery day. When Mr. Rain Cloud comes to play, she closes her petals, wishing she could be several miles away. Even if Rain Cloud tempts her and wants to be her friend, his false kindness only makes her rattled. The lily wants no temptation. What she dreams for is a peaceful end. Once a rainbow took the shape of a dark-robed man. As he brandished his scythe, he heard the lily's sobs. To pluck the lily and end her was his plan. I was going to say his pain for some reason. His plan. Yet he couldn't bear the weight of stopping her heartthrobs. And so he sat with her, hearing her story out, sweet words of comfort escaping his mouth. Whew. Though she starts off slow due to her anxiety, she quickly becomes more and more confident as the poem goes on. Once she's done, she bows gracefully as a few members of the audience clap. This is bad. Sayori's performance was excellent, and yet she doesn't receive enough recognition from the crowd. Yell bravo, clap louder than the others. Is there really a difference to this? Okay, this is probably a part where I should save, though. Oh, I put it in slot 2 by accident. Oh, well. Is there really a difference to this choice? I really don't know. Yell bravo, clap louder than the others. It seems like either way she would probably be happy, though. I don't know. I'm kind of stuck about this choice because I don't know if either one of these is gonna fuck up anything or not. I really don't want anything bad to happen if I make any of these choices. That's the thing. I'm really having a hard time choosing here because I don't want anything bad to happen. Y'all, Bravo, clap louder than the others. Do they? Does it not matter? I don't know. Uh, I don't know. I jump up and whistle before yelling bravo at the top of my lungs. This seems to catch the crowd's attention. Oh, that worked! Woo! Though it might just be because they're staring at the guy who's making himself look like a fool. Shit. I don't know. As I start clapping, the other members of the literature club begin clapping harder as well. Give her a warm applause, everyone! The crowd eventually gives in to peer pressure and start clapping louder and louder. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think that worked actually. Sayori blushes slightly and steps down to the sound of the crowd cheering. Even if she says nothing, I can tell she is feeling grateful for me stepping in. Thank you for that great poem, Sayori. Next up is... Oh. I think Yuri's stepping up to the plate. Before Monica can finish, Yuri runs up to the podium, tightly clutching her poem and avoiding eye contact with the audience. She then reads her poem aloud. Yuri's performance was splendid. It showed me a side of her that I've never seen before. So her poem's not new, though, so I guess we're not reading that one either. That's fine, then. That's easier for me. I think hers is, like, really hard to read. No sooner had she started reading her poem that her voice became filled with confidence, like she owned the room. She was met with even louder cheers than Sayori's performance did. Oh god, please don't tell me that actually does anything, though. Soon after, she was followed by Monica and Natsuki. Even before they started reading, it was clear Monica was the highlight of the show. She was met with deafening cheers even before she read her poem, which turned out to be an amazing piece of work. That's probably because she's the popular one, right? So I would have to assume that's why, but I have no idea. Finally, it was my turn. Oh, jeez. As the only guy in the literature club, I feel pressured to put on a good show. It's only when I look out at the crowd that I noticed most of the audience are guys from my year. Oh, jeez. They look at me like I'm a weirdo. Sup. How do you step up? You just step up to a podium and just like, sup. How you all doing tonight? Fucking awkward son of a bitch I am. I hear a few guys from my class whispering amongst themselves. I know the rumors will be inevitable. Part of me wants to just step down and leave. It'd be less of an embarrassment to me if I did. However, just as I start hesitating, I hear a girl's voice cheering me on. I look down and see Sayori smiling at me. You can do this, Mikey. I believe in you. Aw, sweetheart. I have to do this for her. I have to put on a good performance. Not to please them, but to make her happy. I take a deep breath to swallow my anxiety and then read my poem. It's of questionable quality compared to the rest, and I'm met with the coldest reception of the entire club. Everything just stopped. Barely anyone applauds me, and I hear one or two guys booing me. Oh, that's rude. Try my damn hardest, okay? They tell me to stop writing since my poem is terrible. Even though I'm used to being treated like a joke by my classmates, hearing them insult me like this hurts me a little more than usual. Give him a warm round of applause, everyone. He did great. Not even Monica could convince the crowd to give as much as a single clap in my direction. Shit! Just then, I hear someone clapping loudly. It's probably Sayori, right? I turn my head to see Sayori. Yep. Sayori? You did so great, Mikey. She's all the way over there. Is everyone else just gonna start applauding or something in the club room? I don't know. I'm proud of you. What is she doing? Sayori turns around to face the crowd. If not for Mikey, I wouldn't have been able to read my poem. It'd never be finished. Mikey is a great person and friend. He chose to help me with my poem, even if it meant his would have glaring flaws. Sayori beams me a bright smile before facing the crowd again. So please give him credit where credit is due. I hear the crowd muttering amongst themselves again. Before I know it, a few of them start clapping. Oh, well, shit. After a few seconds, the whole audience, with the exception of a few people, applauds me. I look at Sayori, who blushes slightly. Oh, question mark? What is this that I feel? It's like my entire body is heating up to painful levels. I can't take this. I feel more embarrassed than I've ever been in my life. I need to get out of here. Before anyone can stop me, I take my awful poem and dash out of the room. Wow, we were really embarrassed. Okay. My performance was a complete disaster. I don't remember the last time I was this embarrassed in my entire life. I made a fool of myself. The literature club, and messed up in front of Sayori. This sucks. I feel like punching the wall in frustration. How my guy's gonna be depressed? Of all the days when I wanted to impress her, of all the days when I didn't want to look like a big dork in front of Sayori, of course I had to mess up today. On top of that, my classmates saw me screw up. Man, fuck them! I'm sure this is going to have consequences for me. I start walking aimlessly down the corridor, keeping my head low and my hands in my pockets. The pleasant smell of various food stands invades my nostrils. I wish my nostrils weren't stuffy, though, but I don't feel tempted to stop and check them out. I just want to get out of here, go home, and forget about screwing up like this. My phone vibrates as I walk. For a second, I stop to check it, and see that Sayori sent me a message. Damn it. She's probably panicking right about now, but I feel I can't go back. Everyone will just point at me and laugh. I put the phone back in my pocket and start walking faster than before. Answer the phone, you dipshit! Just then, I hear the sound of someone running behind me. I don't care to look over my shoulder and start running as well. I soon see the door to the schoolyard in front of me. At this rate, I'll... Ow! What the... Crash into the sign of one of the food stands and collapse on the floor like a downed tree. Great. Just great. As I slowly open my eyes, I look up to see the faces of several second-year students. I could tell they're trying really hard to suppress their laughter. Oh my god. Suddenly, one of them leaps out of the way, and I see a familiar face look down at me with a concerned look on her face. Sayori? Mikey, are you alright? That looked like it really hurt. She reaches out to me. I take her hand and get up. I then glance at the small crowd of students who had gathered around me. Show's over. Let me through. The crowd slowly disperses while I hear them muttering something about me being a clumsy idiot. Still feeling a little dizzy, I look over at Sayori. You ran too fast. I tried to warn you not to run like that. Her voice is filled with genuine concern. It makes me feel guilty that I made her worry like that. I'm sorry if I had been a little louder, then maybe you wouldn't have crashed like that. No, I'm sorry for running away from the event like that. I'm sure the others must be furious with me, especially Natsuki. Before I know it, she wraps her arms around me and hugs me tightly. Don't worry about it. I'm sure they understand that. Before she could continue, some female students that passed by us wolf whistle at us, calling us a dorky couple. And this is what I have to say. We break apart and I feel my cheeks redden from embarrassment. I feel tempted to correct them that we're not a couple, but I know that I'd only make things worse. Let's ditch these guys, my head hurts. Alright. The cheery voice that I've known all these years returns. Plus, also, Sayori ain't no fucking dork, alright? She's adorable. Oh, I know a great place where they won't disturb us. I try to walk, but it feels like the whole room is spinning. Do I have a concussion? As a result, I'm forced to lean on her for support as she leads the way to the schoolyard. Oh, look at that schoolyard. Very open schoolyard, though. Huh. Sayori leads me to a bench located in a remote part of the schoolyard. I look around and notice there are very few students present. As soon as I sit down, Sayori runs her fingers along my forehead to look for bruises. I'm fine, Sayori. Don't worry about me. You know I'll always worry. Anyway, it doesn't look like you've hurt yourself too bad. She breathes a sigh of relief and sits down next to me. I feel her staring at me, and I soon turn my eyes towards her, gazing into her eyes. Neither of us speaks a word for a while. All I can hear is the chatter of the students and the rustle of the leaves in the wind. Too many thoughts run through my head. Probably because I have a concussion. Soon enough, Sayori becomes self-conscious from my gaze and looks down, blushing lightly. I respond by looking down as well. Sorry. About what? I don't know. I guess I made you uncomfortable. Don't worry about it. I think it's fun spending time with you. Sayori's smile fades all of a sudden. I wish things would go back to how they were before. What does she mean? Before I realize what I'm doing, I put my left arm around her shoulder. Aww. An awkward tension arises between us, but Sayori doesn't push me away. Instead, I see a weak, hollow smirk forming on her lips. I don't want that. Sayori looks at me again, saying nothing. We can never go back to how things were before, but we can make anew, happy memories together. As long as we stick together, we'll find a way. Sayori tries to say something, but shakes her head and sighs. Then all of a sudden, she starts laughing. I sigh. Oh, come on. What I'm saying isn't that ridiculous. Sayori shakes her head. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just seeing you so optimistic and trying to cheer me up. It feels so surreal. Oh, come on. Am I usually that negative? She chuckles again. Thank you, Mikey. Oh, everything got no music again. You somehow know how to make me feel appreciated. Ditto, Sayori. Her laughter dies out, and her face takes a serious look. I notice her moving a little closer to me. Wait, do I think I know what's gonna happen here? I don't wanna really say it in case that's actually true. But I think I might know what's about to happen. It's getting to like that point. Sayori? Yes? Do you trust me? Didn't we ask that yesterday? What the fuck? I do. Good. Because I want you to trust me, and I want to help you. I spent a lot of time thinking last night. I pull her a little closer. She doesn't resist. I want you to be happy. She shakes her head and looks away. Please, I don't. I'm not done. I take a deep breath and gather my courage. Courage. No. She needs to know. I don't want you to deal with this alone, but that's not my only reason. I want to spend more time with you. Music stopped again. After a long pause, Sayori's eyes become filled with tears, and she rests her head on my shoulder. I guess I'm selfish or something, but I feel the same way. What? She wipes her tears away and continues in a slightly dazed tone. It'd make me happy if I could be with you more often. I feel my cheeks redden. Upon realizing that she just said she blushes as well. Well, wait, I didn't mean it like that. Yeah, I know. You're... She lowers her voice down to whisper. You're the only one I trust enough to tell about any of this. And take a moment to process that she just told me. I have one question, Sayori. Why me? She purses her lips and tries to find an answer, but ends up shaking her head. I don't know. I just feel deep down that you won't take advantage of me. And the way you always make me smile, even when I'm sad, even when I feel like I'm worthless. I notice her voice breaking and quickly look at her face to see tears forming in her eyes. I brush away her tears and give her a reassuring smile. The tension between us is making it hard for me to breathe. Don't worry, please continue. I'm here for you, Sayori. If it helps you make me feel the same way. I trust you because you're the only person who doesn't think of me as a joke. That's why I think I can help you. Since without you always cheering me up, I'd probably feel worthless as well. Can I ask a selfish request of you? Of course. She pauses as if looking for the right words. I don't rush her. I give her all the time she needs. Is it okay with you if we do more together? I mean, I understand if you have better things to do. I want that too. Hey, there we go. Great. She hesitates for a moment. If you want to ask, oh, if you want to ask the others, then that's fine too. No, I want to spend more time with only you. Oh, that's adorable. It'd make me happy. Okay, if you say it'll make you happy, then I believe you. No sooner does she finish saying that than she lets out a loud yawn, and she's gonna fall asleep on us, isn't she? I look at her and notice the bags under her eyes. Sayori, how much did you sleep last night? I got enough sleep. How much exactly? Okay, I know it's no use lying to you. I couldn't sleep. I was afraid of what it mean for me now that I've told you about my condition. How about this then? We could already start spending more time together, but only after you've rested. It's no use. I only feel the rain clouds going away when I'm with you. Aww. Since then, I know this isn't a dream. I can just wake up from to find that I've lost you. I smile bitterly. Okay then, you can rest here. Use me as a pillow. Yep, there it goes. Before she could protest, I scoot closer and pat my lap. Sayori knows I won't back down. Only if you promise me one thing. Your wish is my command, Your Majesty. She laughs dryly. Don't disappear while I sleep. Please, don't be a dream. Aww, that's so sweet. It's so cute. I probably should have mentioned that this mod probably is gonna be like more cute and adorable more than a horror. But I've heard that there's happy endings for everybody here, so I wanted to do this to give everybody happy endings. So yeah, I promise you, Sayori, I'll be here when you wake up, and when you do, I'll take you someplace fun. That'd be great. Yeah. Sayori's eyes can no longer hide her fatigue. After pinky swearing to her that I won't go away, she smiles and lies down on my lap. 5 minutes later, she falls asleep. I look at her for a while. She looks different when she's asleep. Her face is even more gentle and peaceful. I take off my jacket and carefully cover her with it to prevent her from getting cold while she sleeps. Oh, that's so sweet. This is adorable. I love this. I then look up at the sky and silently promise myself that I won't let her down. Please let Monica appear from like the sky being like, "You're gonna fuck this up." Ever. Just as I'm about to take my phone out of my jacket pocket, I see it vibrate. I check to see that Monica sent me a message wondering if I'm alright after I ran out like that. I text her that I felt like the stress was too much for me and I wanted some fresh air, to which she merely responded that I should spend the rest of the day to relax and enjoy myself. Oh, I am right now. I don't reply. I'll hold off on enjoying myself until Sayori wakes up. Right now, she needs rest, and I promised her I wouldn't leave. As I look down on Sayori's sleeping face, I tell myself that our story begins now. 5 hours have passed since Sayori fell asleep. Damn, she slept for 5 hours on someone's lap? I must have the most comfortable lap in the world. The festival is coming to a close, and I'm starting to feel numb from sitting like a statue in the cold wind. Yeah, you're telling me. I don't know how you sit there for 5 hours. The smell of food is torturing my hungry stomach. But despite my discomfort, I haven't stood up once. I promised I would wait for Sayori, and I would make good on that promise. Besides, while waiting for her, I got a lot of time to think about my situation. My situation? Our situation. I read all sorts of online articles about depression as well. Oh, he's going to start learning about depression, I guess. That should suffice. I soon hear a low murmur from my side and look down to see Sayori slowly opening her eyes. Oh, she's waking up. Morning, or well, good afternoon, I guess. Upon seeing me, she breathes out a reassuring sigh. You're still here. I decide to humor her. Sorry if you were expecting someone better. Jeez! Fuck. She laughs and notices that I put my jacket over her to keep her from getting cold. Don't say that. You're better than anyone I know. I'm sorry I made you wait so long. Don't worry about it. Was your nap good? She nods. How long was I oh, that's her. How long was I asleep? 5 hours. Yeah. I said it right before the text came up because they already mentioned 5 hours. And you sat here this whole time? I pat her head and stroke her hair to the side. And it's not like I had anything better to do. Besides, it felt good to be useful to someone for once. I realize this is getting awkward again. Maybe a joke would lighten the mood. That and what guy wouldn't want a cute girl resting on them? Aw, it's so cute. You think I'm cute? Oh, that's the only that only made the awkwardness increase tenfold. Despite me having lost any kind of feeling in my face a few hours ago, I feel my cheeks flare up. Anyway, why don't we get it going? She throws me a perplexed look. I keep fixing my earbuds because they keep like slowly slipping out. Did you forget? I told you I'd take you someplace nice when you wake up. You're paying though. I waited for so long that I think I'll faint from hunger soon. Haha, fair enough. Sayori yawns and rubs her eyes again. That was the most comfortable nap I've ever had. Oh wait, she said that. I was like, wait, we took a nap? I'm glad to hear that, Sayori. She hums as she returns my jacket to me and gets up. I try to get up, only to find out my legs have fallen asleep due to her resting her head on my knees while she slept. Yep. Sayori, noticing this, is quick to lend me a helping hand, and for the second time today, I lean on her for support as I walk. Oh, look at that. Or is this actual people's artworks, like fan artworks, or was this like unused artworks in the game or something? Neither of us says anything for a while, though I occasionally hear a low humming sound coming from her. When we stop near the road to wait for the cars to pass by, I look into her eyes and see that they're filled with more vitality than ever. Just how many demons does she keep inside herself? Just as the sun began to set, we found a nice little cafe on the side, not too far away from our homes. Huh. They even made an artwork for the cafe. That's pretty cool. We sit down at an empty table once we're inside. Sayori seems to have cheered up compared to how she was yesterday. Wow, I'm honestly surprised, Mikey. About what? I didn't know there was such a nice cafe near where I live, or where we live. It's funny. It's funny. I've walked past here every time we go home from school, but I never even bothered to look. I shrug and laugh sheepishly. Sheepishly? Sheepishly? What? And I found it by accident one day. I was bored, hungry, and didn't want to bother making food. Sounds like everyday life. So I overheard some girls at school mention some really cheap cafe near where I live. Sayori casts her eyebrows downward. Oh, is that so? Is something the matter? She shakes her head and returns to her old cheery self. Nope, not at all. I'm just thinking about what to order here. What are you in the mood for? She shrugs. I don't know. I think I'll have whatever you have. Aw, she's one of those girls. That's kind of cute, actually. People kind of think that's actually weird that someone would say that on whatever they're having, but honestly, it's actually kind of cute in a way. I don't know how to really explain it. Like, I do have my reasons why I think it's cute. I just can't really put into words. So, come on, I'm kind of curious about your taste. Huh? How come? Whenever you came over to visit, you always ate whatever I wanted. It's the same story whenever I come to visit you. So I want today to be all about you. That's why I'll order whatever you decide to order. Sayori laughs at my remark. I can tell from her expression that she is happy I'm taking interest in her taste. Are you sure? I nod silently. In that case, before I can stop her, she moves her chair next to me and opens the cafe's menu. Let's order something together and split it. That's also cute, actually. Right. Like I want more people to mistake us for a couple today. Why not? Why would you want to date Sayori? Come on. She'd be a nice girl to date with. Come on. On the other hand, when I look at how happy she seems when she reads aloud every item on the cafe's menu list, I feel like I can't deny her. It'd be it'd be wrong, so I decide to play along with her. Alright, let's do that. It sounds fun. Yay, I was so worried you'd tell me it's a silly idea, but I thought it was kind of cute. Truth be told, I don't mind sharing a meal with her. This isn't like. Oh, I thought I got an Xbox notification, my bad. This isn't like one of those situations you see in anime where two people actually go on a date without realizing it, is it? I don't know. I wouldn't know anything about anime. Of course not. I mean, can you believe how awkward that would be? Besides, I'm not dating material anyway. Yes, you are! You are adorable, sweet, and cute. Cut it out! Hey, don't say that. I noticed how at least a few guys in my class were staring at you when you read your poem. Yeah, but I don't think I could handle the stress. It's okay, Mikey. I've already come to terms with the fact that I'll likely stay single forever. Aw, that's heartbreaking. Come on. She is so dating material. Come on, man. People just like I don't know. It's like people don't seem to like fun, energetic people now these days, but I still do. But if I can't be happy, I at least want to devote my life to making others happy. I think then their happiness would shine on me. She clasps her hands together and smiles. For some reason, however, her comment made me a little sad. It's not fair. She notices the concern in my eyes and shakes her head. Anyway, that's enough sob stories for one dinner. Let's order up. Alright, what do you want? Oh, how does pizza sound? Pizza, huh? Isn't that a pretty large dish? A pizza would be a large dish? I mean, you're both sharing it, right? So, we're both pretty hungry, and also, if we split it in half, then it should be just enough for us to handle without overreacting. Or overeating. Overreacting? What the fuck am I saying? That's a good idea. Waiter! Sayori returns to her seat, and we make casual small talk while waiting for our meal. We then gulp the slices of pizza down like a pair of hungry wolves. Even though I'm clearly hungrier than her, Sayori finishes her share so fast that I'm left wondering if she has a black hole in the place of her stomach. Her metabolism? Metabolism is clearly better than mine, since she barely breaks a sweat. While I'm left heaving, heaving for breath, by the time I'm halfway done with my portion, she finds a slight amusement in my struggle, and eventually starts giving me a pep talk to motivate me to finish. After an hour, my epic battle with the pizza comes to an end. You did it! I'm so proud of you! I'm too exhausted to reply and merely give her a weak, half-hearted thumb up. I never would have made it without your pep talk. You'd make a great coach someday. I wheeze before gulping down a glass of water. Thanks! Her eyes then light up, and she clasps her hands together. How about we go to the park after school tomorrow? It's beautiful there. We'd be doing an activity together, and we could work on our poor condition. Since, no offense, but I've seen old men with better stamina than you. Mean? I laugh at her snarky comment. Sure, that sounds fun. Huh? Really? I was just teasing you. I know you don't want that. Actually, I do. That sounds like a fun activity we could do together. Besides, you're right. I think I could do with some exercise, especially eating after all that fucking pizza, apparently. And without you cheering me on just now, I don't think I'd have found the strength to finish that pizza. Okay, then it's settled. Let's meet up after school tomorrow and go to the park. Yeah, she's paying. Yeah, I'm paying. We'll split the bill. Let's be a gentleman. Are you sure? I promised I'd pay for the meal. Don't sweat it, I was joking when I said that I wanted you to pay. I don't know why, but for some reason, I'm a little disappointed. I wanted to pay. I can't always rely on you for everything, after all. Her voice sounds pretty upset, a far cry from her regular self. What? I really wish you'd stop doing me all these favors without asking me. It doesn't feel right when I can never repay your kindness. Am I am I patronizing her? Nevertheless, I take out my wallet and pay the full price of the meal. We grab our coats off the chairs and bags before we start walking home. It's then we see that we spent so much time chatting away that evening fell over the town, even if we were outside. Brr, it's kind of chilly in the evening. She then looks at me with a forced gaze in her eyes. Oh, right, isn't today the release day of that manga you've been anticipating? Huh? If you leave me now and run to the store, you could still buy it before the store closes. No! While the thought is tempting, I can tell Sayori is tired. Besides, I can't leave her now in good conscience. My hobbies can wait until tomorrow. No, it's fine. Let's hurry home before we catch a cold. I'll walk you back. I see Sayori's cheeks redden a bit. Thanks. Truth, truth be told, I'm a little scared of going home alone at night. Same here. Plus, I'm beat. I gotta rest. I walk her all the way back to her house's doorstep. Well, here we are. I had fun with you today, Sayori. It was fun for me as well, Mikey, because you were with me. Aww, this is so adorable. I love this. I love this mod right now. This is so cute and adorable. Before I could reply, she hugs me tightly. Thank you for making this a day I'll never forget. I hug her back, feeling her warmth. I should thank you as well. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Sweet dreams. Good night. We break apart and I feel like I want to say something to her, but I can't quite find the words. I love you! That'd be hilarious, actually. Just like as she's walking to her house, it's like, I love you! Having wished her good night, I leave her and go back home. For some reason, I still feel cold. I keep shaking even when I lie down into my bed. I don't have much time to dwell on it. However, because I fall asleep like a light bulb that's been turned